Hey folks, I'm Aspen Arrow, and we are back in the desert with our tribal impets. Having got Mila a new leg, Danny some new armor. Very exciting time. You can see that we still have a few quests left to take care of. One of them being a steel site. And of course, we are in need of steel, although we do have a good stockpile. There's not much left on the map. So, time for a raid. For once, we will go take things. So, get our caravan ready. And we will send Kuz, Sezin with her legendary assault rifle, and Haz, Rove, and quite a few of our animals. As you can see, our dromedary army growing. And as evening falls, the caravan does arrive over to the worksite. So we shall commence the raid. We do have one turret, so I'm just going to mark using the plan where that is so we don't go past that line. And apparently our assault rifles are in range of Maker here. So some unexpected gunfire already. But that is okay. Itakeen are fairly robust, taking a lot of damage, but we have much better weapons now. So I don't think the melee folks stand a chance here. Interesting name there as we take care of Fayuk. Sure, that's how it's pronounced. Unfortunately, we just outranged the turret, so we are able to take aim. And turret down. Claim this door here. And go take a look at our prize. Probably more steel than we can carry home, even with all the dromedaries, but look at that, an absolute ton of steel. We'll claim the electronics and deconstruct them for components, and claim these couple of beds so everyone can sleep for the night. Well, most everyone, I guess Sezin's sleeping on the floor. Or Sezin. That said, Sezin doesn't have to do a lot around the colony. So you can see we're able to take 745 steel back. Maybe should have grabbed a few more of the dromedaries, but it'll have to be good enough. Also get to grab a few components. Double check that we have everyone and everything and send them home. Taking just about a half day to get back. And as we work on upgrading our hospital and research room to some steel tiles, Randy decides it's time to get cold. So a cold snap ensues. We were right on the edge of our growing period for that corn as it was. I'm going to cancel harvesting the cocoa trees because it does unfortunately cause a mood debuff for our tree lovers. But we will try and urgently harvest all of the corn and potatoes. Fortunately, do have a fair amount of food stockpiled, worst comes to worst, but we've waited all this time. It would be nice to be able to get it. As usual, running out of space. So we'll drop everything in the hospital for now. Also has our farming command and is off map right now. Everyone does get home safe from the caravan, and Nestor has reached a growth moment. Nestor joined us from a refugee colony, so we did not get very far on his learning tiers. You can see that he's likes learning about tailoring clothes and happiest when he's pretending to fight man-hunting boomalopes. So we only get one skill and one trait. Did go with intellectual and not the greatest traits. We do have neurotic, which will give him a better global work speed, but he'll break down more often. Psychically hypersensitive, which would be great if he was an adult or a tribal adult. Probably won't have the run go long enough to make use of that, and gourmand and volatile just are a no. So we will go with neurotic for the work speed, and hopefully being a young child, oh, he'll be happy enough. Go ahead and add a few more tasks for him. And then time to keep this episode rolling with breaking open one of the 2 ancient dangers on the map finally. So we will stand at a distance behind some cover, Danny in the front with her shield belt. Maybe should have put her in the plate armor, which is ultimately, I think, still better than her recon armor. You can see we have 2 centipedes, a scyther, and a beamer. And unfortunately, he immediately gets fire off and hits Forath. So we are going to make use of skip and get that scyther away. And pull back. And skip again to get Forath out of the way. Skip being just one of the most useful side casts. Unfortunately, we are a bit close to the centipede still. Did get the I suddenly can't remember what they're called. The beam guy down. I think it's a beamer. I don't remember. But he's down. We're going to get the scyther down. We're going to leave Danny up front. Everyone take aim and move back. Unfortunately, one of the centipedes is a minigunner, so it has the same range as us. You can see Forath. Not in too bad a shape, but not doing great. Unfortunately, the centipede's range just about equal to ours and out of the range of most of our psycasts. Danny's shield belt is not that great, but it's better than nothing. We will take aim and then back up. Unfortunately, not quite far enough. We do get hit again. And Danny's shield belt is down. Keep working on the one with the charge blaster while trying to stay away from the one that's range equals ours. You can see our Impid's already getting hypothermia just from being out in the temperature. Keep backing up. Fortunately, centipede down, and we are now going to retreat inside to do some tending and get away from the one with the minigun. Forath doing the important thing and taking off her tattered pants rather than getting to the hospital. Double check that everyone's set inside walls, let them eat and calm down for a minute. Fortunately, the centipede has a sixth sense, I guess, because it seems to know right where our door is, and I'm pretty sure it didn't see us go in that door. Our 2 folks that are bleeding to get in bed so we can get them patched up, because of course we do still have to take care of the centipede, who is now beating on our door. Definitely a weak point of the base is the single door area. We're gonna have Mila tend to everybody. Grab our couple of able-bodied folks in case the centipede gets through the door. Fortunately, does not. And it's going off somewhere. I did claim all the remaining ruins and junk on the map, so it's gonna go beat on the ruin down by where we planted our Pollux tree, which unfortunately is not working. It just cannot absorb the toxic waste packs fast enough. You can see some nice loot, some advanced components, a bionic spine, an animal pulsar. There is also still several cryo sleep crypts we'll need to take care of. But let's let everyone rest up and eat while the centipede beats on a wall. With it equaling our range, my plan here is to use Danny to melee lock it and then take care of it. Everyone patched up, and you can see we are once again carrying a baby. As always in this series, babies being carried while we need to go do things. The potato's just gonna have to hang out on the floor again. But this should be our opportunity to send Danny out to melee lock. Again, it would be nice if Danny was tough, or a brawler, or nimble, something, but it's just gonna have to work. Fortunately, Centipede completely oblivious. Danny is gonna get the melee lock, and that gives us the opportunity to go ahead and get the last Centipede down without the danger of it shooting us from range. And down it goes. Danny only taking a bruise, and I'm sure ruining her prestige armor. It's okay. Morath went on a bit of a insulting spree, but things returned to normal, and we have Novo start working on psycasting, having got 3 max level psycasters in Kuz, Rove, and Forath, who will stay behind this time as we go take care of those cryo sleep caskets. Then while the mech was able to shoot us from inside the building, we unfortunately are not able to see inside the building. Sometimes sight lines don't make a lot of sense in this game. So nobody can see the cryo sleep caskets. Still can't. Getting there, almost there. And now we can finally shoot one, and we'll pull Nova back, immediately getting headshot by our own people, because why not? Apparently there was some bugs in there. Fortunately, Novo is gonna survive and keep his nose. It's a miracle. Noses just don't stick around. You can see we're taking a look at our pawns here. We've got Four Eyes, Ella, Gavril, Carrillo, Sparky, and Braddock, appearing that only Braddock is the hostile ones, with some Mega Scarabs attacking Ella. Braddock, the 78-year-old, really wanting to go for a fight. Bunch of bugs to take care of. Apparently we got Ella down in the crossfire. Carrillo going mano a mano with a bug and not doing very well despite the marine armor. So we'll take a look again. We have Four Eyes here, who is the daughter of an engineer and a doctor. Early life was intellectually rich, being bitten by a camel. She's also a nudist. And then we have Gavril here, who's a medical assistant and nimble, something we were just mentioning we needed. Four Eyes does have a smoke leaf dependency. Carrillo has a nice set of marine armor. Well, a normal set of marine armor. So a bit of deciding to do as we move in. And the bug menace is finally taken care of. We'll go ahead and open our crate. We'll deconstruct most of the stuff in here. You can see that Four Eyes does have good shooting, good construction, good intellectual, and Gavril is plants and medical, as well as a double passion in crafting. So after thinking about it and deciding really our colony needs to expand and the children will just take too long, we are going to go ahead and rescue Four Eyes and Gavril and see if they join. And we'll let Curio go on their way. There is overhead mountain in this ancient danger, so we will put a door back on it for if there's an infestation, just to try and give us a place to melee block. And Four Eyes does decide to join us. You can see that Haz is fairly upset after being insulted 7 times by his wife, who he now has an opinion of -55. Not sure that relationship is going to be lasting, but we'll have to see. Orath having some consequences of her actions. We will tell Four Eyes not to take the plate armor and get into some more normal gear. And as the party is had, perhaps for our new colonist Four Eyes, I think that's a good place to call it an episode. Thank you so much for joining me today in RimWorld. As always, have a pleasant day, and I'll see you next time.